What up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Orlando, Florida for Monday, June 18th, 2018, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, the iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a great Father's Day weekend. Apple announced Friday it has finalized details for a multi-year content partnership with media mogul Oprah Winfrey. Winfrey and Apple will create original programs to be released as part of a lineup of original content via the digital platform, a news release explains. The Hollywood Reporter says Apple won a bidding war against the streaming giants Netflix and Amazon, but the terms of the pact were not immediately disclosed. Winfrey and her Harper Productions are responsible for the hit daytime television programs The Oprah Winfrey Show, Dr. Phil, The Dr. Oz Show, and Rachel Ray. Winfrey is also the founder of the OWN cable network and O, the Oprah magazine. She has acted in The Color Purple, Selma, The Butler, and A Wrinkle in Time. The supernatural drama Lucifer has been revived at Netflix after Fox canceled it this spring. The show's Twitter account said Friday, "Fans, your voices have been heard. Season 4 coming to Netflix." Tom Ellis, who plays the show's titular fallen angel, tweeted, "We did it. Thank you to everyone for your continued support and love for #Lucifer. I'm so happy for all of our fans. I'm going to burst." The synopsis reads, bored and unhappy as the Lord of Hell, Lucifer Morningstar abandons his throne and retires to Los Angeles, where he has teamed up with LAPD detective Chloe Decker, played by Lauren German, to take down criminals. Charming, charismatic, devilishly handsome, Lucifer has a way of manipulating people into confessing their deepest, darkest secrets, which helps Chloe deliver justice. But Lucifer quickly discovers that Chloe will make him vulnerable. When he's around her, the devil can bleed like anyone else. The show is based on characters created by Neil Gaiman, Sam Keefe, and Mike Dringenberg for Vertigo from DC Entertainment. Starz has announced its renewed Vida, starring Melissa Beretta and Michelle Prada, for a second season. The critically acclaimed drama ensemble also includes Sir Antonigua, Chelsea Rendon, Carlos Miranda, and Maria Elena Laz. Tanya Sriracha, who created the series, is its showrunner and executive producer. Sriracha tweeted, "We get to keep telling the stories of the Hernandez sisters at Vida_stars, #Vida Stars, #Gentification, #Chipsters, #Latinx, #Millennials, #Eastside, #LA, #Queer." Star President CEO Chris Hardwick said in a statement, Vida has delivered on its promise of attracting a young, new Latinx audience to the Starz platform, as we had hoped it would, and we are pleased to be able to announce a second season of the series. With these new episodes, Tanya and her team now have the opportunity to take audiences even deeper into the lives and community of the Hernandez sisters, and we look forward to bringing the next chapter of their story to life. The series follows estranged siblings who are drawn back by circumstances to their old Los Angeles neighborhood, where they learn surprising details about their mother's life. Oscar-winning actor Russell Crowe has signed on to narrate the documentary Turtle Odyssey 3D SK Films announced. The synopsis reads, Turtle Odyssey 3D explores the unique life cycle of an Australian green sea turtle named Bungie and her incredible journey across the open ocean. The film follows Bungie, the green sea turtle, from a hatchling into adulthood as she swims thousands of miles, meets incredible creatures, and has some really wild encounters. She will eventually migrate with mysterious precision back to the very beach where she was born to lay her own eggs that are the foundation for the next generation. It is to be released this summer in selected museums, science centers, and IMAX theaters. AMC has announced Chris Hardwick's talk show will not air while the cable network investigates allegations of abuse made against the comedian by his ex-girlfriend, TV personality Chloe Dykstra. AMC said in a statement Saturday, "We have had a positive working relationship with Chris Hardwick for many years. We take the troubling allegations that surfaced yesterday very seriously. While we assess the situation, talking with Chris Hardwick will not air on AMC, and Chris has decided to step aside from monitoring planned AMC and BBC America panels at Comic-Cons International in San Diego next month." NBC, which airs Hardwick's game show The Wall, also said it's investigating the allegations and considers its next move. NBC said in a statement, "These allegations about Chris Hardwick took us by surprise as we have had a positive working relationship with him. However, we take allegations of misconduct very seriously. Production on the wall does not begin until September. In the meantime, we are continuing to assess the situation, and we take appropriate action based on the outcome. Dykstra posted an essay to Medium late Thursday, recalling how she suffered alleged sexual, emotional, and psychological abuse at the hands of a man she dated for 3 years. She also said she was blacklisted for working at certain outlets after the breakup because of her influential ex. She said in her Medium essay, "I want this to be 2 things. Number 1, closure. I'm approaching my 30s, finding stability, and quite simply, I want this out of me. But most importantly, number 2, a warning." Dykstra received well wishes of support while AMC was pressured to drop Hardwick from its airwaves. She tweeted Friday, "I quietly posted an article today, unlisted on Medium. It clearly made the rounds. I'm overwhelmed. I want to thank all of you for your support and kind words. It means so much to me. I may take some time off the internet. Please know your support means everything to me." Although she does not mention Hardwick by name, her description of the boyfriend and the time where her alleged ordeal took place suggests it is Hardwick whom she is speaking about. Hardwick also responded to her essay in his own statement. Hardwick wrote, "I was heartbroken to read Chloe's post. Our 3-year relationship was not perfect. We were ultimately not a good match and argued, even shouting at each other. But I love her, and I did my best to uplift and support her as a partner and companion in any way, and in no time did I sexually assault her." He also said, "I'm devastated to read that she is now accusing me of conduct that did not occur. I was blindsided by her post and always wanted the best for her. As a husband, a son, and future father, I do not condone any kind of mistreatment of women." The founder of the Nerdist podcaster is now the host of The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead's analysis program Talking Dead, as well as the new pop culture series Talking with Chris Hardwick. Emilia Clarke bid farewell to Game of Thrones as the actress wrapped up filming on the hit HBO fantasy series. Clarke said on Instagram Sunday in reference to one of the film's locations for the show, alongside a selfie of herself among a collection of flowers, "Hopped on a boat to an island to say goodbye to the land that has been my home away from home for almost a decade." She continued alongside with the broken heart emoji. "It's been a trip at Game of Thrones. Thank you for the life I've never dreamt I'll be able to live and the family I'll never stop missing." Clarke has appeared on Game of Thrones as Daenerys Targaryen since the series began in April 2011. The 8th and final season will premiere in 2019. Television director Michael Moore's Tesla went up in flames while he was driving in Los Angeles on Friday, according to his wife, actress Mary McCormick. McCormick tweeted a video of Morris's black Tesla in flames gushed from underneath while on Santa Monica Boulevard. She wrote, "At Tesla, this is what happened to my husband in his car today. No accident out of the blue in traffic on Santa Monica Boulevard. Thank you to the kind people who flagged him down and told him to pull over. And thank God my 3 little girls weren't in the car with him." Firefighters arrived on the scene and put out the fire. No injuries were reported. Electric.com, a news site promoting the Tesla brand, said the fire may have been caused by a punctured battery package, which could have been damaged while driving over something the driver was not aware of. Showtime has announced it's ordered 10 episodes of Black Monday, a new comedy starring and executive produced by House of Lies actor Don Cheadle. The news release from the cable network says Black Monday takes us back to October 19th, 1987, aka Black Monday, the worst stock market crash in the history of Wall Street. To this day, no one knows who caused it until now. It's a story of how a group of outsiders took on the blue blood old boys club of Wall Street and ended up crashing the world's largest financial system. A Lamborghini limousine, Don Henley's birthday party, and the glass ceiling. Andrew Rannells, Regina Hall, Paul Scheer, Yasir Lester, Michael James Scott, and Eugene Cordero are set to star in the series, which was created by David Casp and Jordan Kahan, who will serve as executive producers and showrunners. Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg executive produced and directed the pilot. The show is slated to debut on the cable network in 2019. Zachary Quinto's new docuseries is to debut on the History Channel July 20th. The first season of the show will include 10 episodes. The news release from the cable network says, from the mythical to the scientific, each 1-hour episode follows Quinto as he investigates a different subject within the dynamic theme, such as superhumans, alien life, artificial intelligence, Atlantis, time travel, mysterious creatures, and much more in search of the truth to some of the world's greatest mysteries. In Search Of explores enigmas told through the eyes of witnesses and scholars with a personal connection to the phenomenon and includes immersive demonstrations and experiments that contextualize each episode's theme. The show is a reboot of one that aired from 1977 to 1982 and was hosted by Leonard Nimoy. Quinto and the late Nimoy played the iconic character of Spock in the Star Trek franchise. Passing to report, Blues Brothers band musician Mad Guitar Murphy died at the age of 88. His nephew Floyd Murphy Jr. announced on Facebook. Murphy wrote on Friday, "While they say when it rains it pours, I was just told that my uncle Mad Guitar Murphy passed away last night. I can't feel a freaking thing in my body now, but I must stay strong because he was a strong man that lived a long, fruitful life that poured his heart out in every guitar solo he took. Yet the master is upstairs now with my father and mother, Uncle Melvin Murphy, Jimmy Biggins, Eric Udell, Alan Rubin, B.B. King, Etta James. This is just a list that's way too long, folks, but they are all together doing what they love. They're known from across the world. Love you, Uncle Ted. Tell Dad I said hi for me." Deadline.com said the late musician appeared in the 1980s movie Blues Brothers and its 1998 sequel Blues Brothers 2000. He also played in the Blues Brothers band with the late John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd when the group performed Soul Man during a Saturday Night Live sketch in 1978. He stayed with the touring band, which had rotating artists and musicians, until 2002 when he had a stroke and semi-retired, Rolling Stone magazine says. Murphy was 88. Husband and wife recording artists Jay-Z and Beyonce released a new album called Everything Is Love exclusively on the Tidal streaming service this weekend. Beyonce shared the album's cover on Instagram and a preview of one of the song's videos. CNN confirmed the cover image and video were shot at the famed Louvre magazine in Paris. The couple is billed on the surprise album as the Carters, a nod to Jay-Z's real name, Sean Carter. Beyonce and Jay-Z, who have been married since 2008 and have 3 children together, are traveling in Europe for their On the Run 2 tour. They are scheduled to headline shows in North America starting next month. Rapper Kanye is number 1 on the U.S. album charts. Coming in number 2 on the Billboard 200 is Post Malone's Beer Bongs and Bentleys, followed by Ghost's Prequel at number 3, Luke Combs' This One's For You number 4, and Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy at number 5. Rounding up the top tier are Juice WRLD's Goodbye and Good Riddance at number 6, The Greatest Showman soundtrack at number 7, Shawn Mendes' self-titled CD at number 8, Lil Baby's Harder Than Ever at number 9, and Jason Aldean's Rare View Town at number 10. The animated blockbuster The Incredibles 2, released 14 years after its predecessor, The Incredibles, is the number 1 movie in North America box office, earning $180 million in receipts its first weekend in release, BoxOfficeMojo.com said Sunday. Coming in number 2 is Ocean's 8 with $19.6 million, followed by Tag at number 3 with $14.6 million, Solo, A Star Wars Story at number 4 with $9 million, and Deadpool 2 at number 5 with $8.8 million. Rounding up the top tier are Hereditary number 6 with $7 million, Superfly number 7 with $6.3 million, Avengers Infinity War number 8 with $5.3 million, Adrift at number 9 with $2.1 million, and Book Club at number 10 with $1.9 million. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1967, the Monterey Pop Festival reaches its climax. By the time they got to Woodstock, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, The Who, and the Grateful Dead were established superstars, heroes to the roughly 500,000 worship fans who trekked up the Mass Jager's farm to see them in the summer of 1969. Yet, just 2 years earlier, they were entirely unknown to most of those worshipers. All 4 iconic figures of the 1960s music scene entered the American popular consciousness, an event that preceded and provided the inspiration for Woodstock itself, the Monterey Pop Festival. Held over 3 days during the height of the Summer of Love, the Monterey Pop Festival came to a close on this date in 1967 with the lineup performers that included all of the aforementioned acts, as well as Ravi Shankar, Buffalo Springfield, and the Mamas and the Papas. From a purely musical perspective, the Monterey Pop Festival was a groundbreaking event, bringing together nearly 3 dozen well-known and unknown acts representing an eclectic mix of styles and sounds. Great soul singer Otis Redding, the Indian sitar master Ravi Shankar, and the South African singer-trumpeter Hugh Masekela, for instance, all had their first significant exposure to a primarily white American audience at the Monterey Pop Festival, which also featured such well-known acts as the Animals, the Association, the Byrds, Jefferson Airplane, and the Mamas and the Papas. In this sense, the festival not only pioneered the basic idea of a large-scale multi-day rock festival, but it also provided the creative template that such festivals still follow to this day. The organizers of the charitable Monterey Pop Festival also set a standard for logistical organization that the organizers for the for-profit Woodstock Festival would attempt to follow, only to fall short under the immense pressure of overflow crowds and bad weather. In addition to arranging for private security and medical staff, the organizers of Monterey also deployed a staff of trained volunteers, for instance, whose sole task was to manage episodes among audience members partaking in the nearly ubiquitous psychedelic drugs. Some 200,000 people attended the Monterey Pop Festival over its 3-day schedule, many of whom had descended upon the West Coast, inspired by the same spirit expressed in the Scott McKenzie song, San Francisco, Be Sure to Wear Flowers in Your Hair, written by festival organizer John Phillips of the Mamas and the Papas, expressly as a promotional tune for the festival. Summer of Love that followed Monterey may have failed to usher in the lasting era of peace and love, but the festival introduced much of the music that has come to define that particular place and time. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, June 18th, 2018. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Report and Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.